Shalom. Welcome to A Taste of Torah with Rabbi Carol. We are in the second Parsha of the book of Bamidbar. Last week was Shavuot weekend, and we had an awesome time on Shavuot evening, and Adonai just manifested his presence, and he continued in our Shabbat service last week. So we're picking up with the second Parsha this week, which is called Naso. And our first aliyah is in chapter 4, verses 21 through 37. And in this aliyah, Adonai orders Moshe to count the tribe or the families of Gershon and Merari. And you're thinking, well, what does this have to do with me? It's just a counting of a bunch of people, and let's move on to something more interesting. But I think that we need to stop and say, okay, why did God take the time to count all these people and to list the counting for us? That generations later we would be reading this and sort of scratching our head and saying, what does this have to do with me? Well, I'm glad you asked. What does it have to do with us? It tells us that every person counts to God, and that each of us have been created uniquely by God and have a purpose and plan. He has a destiny for each one of our lives. If you're ever at Beth Emmanuel, you know I use that phrase a lot because I truly, truly believe that there's a destiny on every single person's life. And when I read through the book of Numbers and Chronicles, where there's just listing names and numbers, and I know it can be overwhelming. And as I said earlier, let's get to the good stuff. I want to take time, and I want to encourage you to take time and say, okay, God, I count to you. You took the time to list these groups and their numbers. It tells me that I matter to you. And so thank you for creating me and making me, and help me to rise up and to fulfill my calling in you. So I pray you have a blessed Shabbat evening. If you're here on Long Island, as always, we want to invite you to join us at exit 61 of the Long Island Expressway at Beth Emmanuel tomorrow morning. We have our service at 11 a.m. You can come for coffee at our Kesher Cafe at 10 a.m. And if you're in Missouri, like my family, or anywhere else in the world, then we invite you to join us online on Facebook or YouTube. So God bless you. Shabbat Shalom.